Everyone, warm welcome to your Ask Me Anything series. I am Priyanka Bhatia, absolutely privileged to be coming here and answering your question. So today we have received some very important questions, and out of which I am answering two of them, and I'm bringing them straight on. So my first question that I have received, and I have chosen that question to answer, is on romance and money. So this is what this woman is writing. She's saying, what advice would you give in initiating conversations around money with my significant other? Between me and my husband, I am more inclined to working on this area. I am sure you work a lot with married women, so how are they dealing with this? So hey, number one, I want to acknowledge you. Thank you for sending in this courageous question. It actually demonstrates your commitment to working on your romantic life. Working on your finances is one of the important aspects to make romance work in your life, and both romance and money require work on a daily basis. And small actions taken on a daily basis build up to the results that you're looking for. So my number one step is acknowledgement for you, and I trust you get it. Number two is on how you can begin. Often conversations around money can be difficult in marriages. What you need to do is take the significance out of this. Make it an easy topic. So relate to it. Relate to money conversations as an easy conversation. That's the first step to do, because often a lot of us look at it as something which is of so much significance. Okay, we give it so much significance, and then oh my God, we make it a difficult topic for us. So first of all is for you to see how you relate to money conversations in your marriage. Are you relating to it as something that is tough to do, difficult to have, something that always led to fights and will lead to fights? So first of all, you need to see how you're relating to money conversations. And then the next step is make it a ritual, a probably once a week ritual, a weekly ritual, to sit with your husband and talk about finances. Talk about what happened in his life during the week. A lot of us get so busy in our lives that we miss building that relationship. And note, when you connect with each other more as human beings, there'll be more, what's the word I should use? More reception to this conversation around money. Yeah, it will be perceived in a way that you want it to be perceived. So connect with your partner, chit chat with him, make it a weekly ritual to sit down together, have conversations, and then slide money into. Okay, slide money in that conversation. Discuss how money life is going, what are your goals, and do not worry, because his goals could be completely different from yours. It could be that you want to focus on building that retirement fund, while he wants to focus on traveling. While you may be wanting to build that house, he might be wanting to just go around and chill by being financially free. So the goals can be completely different, or it could be that they are similar too. So the first alignment that needs to be reached at is around financial goals. And hey, what is it that we truly want? And as a couple, what is it that you truly want? Do not leave your job or your work just because you're married now. Look at how the work and home life can be balanced, how the work and marriage can be balanced. So make sure you do not lose your job or work. Be at it, persist with it, no matter how challenging it might be, and then look at how the finances need to be joined. Okay, some finances will need to be joined, which means you will need a joint account for them, and for some finances you will persist with your individual accounts. One of the things that I've really seen working in marriages is to actually decide that okay, up till X amount of expense is fine. Okay, I'm just giving an example. Say up to spending about, say up to 30,000, 40,000 rupees by myself is fine. But if I am making any bigger purchase, then we both need to be aligned as a family. Right? Because you might think that this is only an individual decision, but many decisions are more family decisions, especially the decisions which require bigger amount of money. So focus on, decide how much amount will you need an alignment on. Like if we are spending 50,000 rupees, then we both need to be aligned. If we are spending 30,000, it's fine. We can take our individual decisions. So you guys need to decide on that amount as well. So I am bringing you back on some of the conversations I've had. Number one, create a weekly ritual. Number two, talk about money, slide that conversation in, but actually the weekly ritual needs to be around catching up on how the week was. It could be a relaxed Saturday afternoon where you both are not doing much, and that could be a conversation that you could take on, a weekly ritual that you could take on. Decide what are your financial goals. Don't try to align right away with his financial goals. First step is to look at what are your financial goals, his financial goals. Are they completely different? Is there some alignment that exists? Where are we together as a couple? And then how much finances needs to be like joined, and how much will be individual. For the joint finances, you will need a joint account, and then decide up till how much amount we will spend on our own without asking each other, but above a certain threshold we will talk with each other. So these are some of the conversations that could be conversations at a beginner level, and of course the more deep you will take it, the more deeper it will be. And if you've done the Money Gym course, then you know that there are so many conversations that need to be done at a deep level with our significant others. So hello everyone, some of you have joined us, so warm welcome. In case you are here, do type in hi, hello, so that I know that you are around. And now I'm going to the second conversation. And my second question is from a woman entrepreneur. Hey Lavita, welcome. Absolute privilege having you here. Hi. Hey Vani, Shilpa, brilliant guys, you are here. I am glad. Thank you for acknowledging that you are here. And now I'm going to the second question, and this is from a woman entrepreneur, and she's saying, I've been in a small business which started as a passion for baking. Of course, lockdown after lockdown has slowed my business down, but this also made me realized that I was too busy baking to really work on making my money grow otherwise. First, how does one see revenue in the small business? And how can I really work on generating additional income from investments? Great question, and I think you must bless this pandemic. I know a lot of us are cursing it, and I think cursing will only bring in more negative emotions. So can we bless it for bringing all these lessons for us which probably we might have never learned had this pandemic not been here. So I always, one of my mentors, what she makes me do is she tells me, Priyanka, bring your hands up and bless this world, bless what's happening around you, bless your community, bless your people, and bless everything around. So bless this pandemic, okay? And it shall leave. Everything shall pass. So that's hope that I'm giving to each one of us, and an attitude to live from. And I am really thankful to my mentor who keeps guiding me through these times. So yes, businesses have been tough. Times are tough. A lot of us and a lot of our businesses have been going through challenging times. Yours is one. And know that I am completely with you in this journey. So you can write to us anytime you want us to hear you, listen to you. We have a team at Women on Wealth which is right here ready to listen to our women, because I think listening is one thing which makes a significant difference. So number one, I want to share my empathy with you. Times are tough. It might be that businesses are not coming up real time soon. Yes, by July we are really expecting a bounce back, because like you already know, the number of cases have already gone down, the coronavirus cases, and they are further going to go down in June. That is what different analysts are saying. So July is going to be a full comeback for many businesses. So yes, the first quarter in the second lockdown is completely impacted. So first quarter is April, May, June. The first quarter is gone for many of you. But yes, the second quarter starting July can be a good one, especially a bounce back one, because there will be a lot of pent up demand which will show up, right? Because people have not been doing much. It's already, I'm in Delhi, and it's already a 5-week strict lockdown that I have not even walked out of my house in the last 5 weeks. So I think for all of us, I'm sure in different cities, depending on the number of weeks, we all are seeing difficult times. So there is pent up demand which will come out well in July, is how we are seeing it. And now I'm answering your second question: can I really work on generating additional income from my investments? I think this time, the lockdown time, has been the skill up time. The number of learners who have joined us have been more than ever. I think many of you have used this opportunity of the lockdown in skilling up. So I get your concern. I know that you've been baking, and you're saying that the pandemic has made you realize that you were too busy baking to really work on making your money grow. I get that. Probably this is the time for you to skill up. You may have not thought about money all this while, but now you can. Now you can take this opportunity, skill up, so that when the lockdown really opens up, the pent up demand comes back, there are orders and orders for you, at least you can put that earning aside and make it work as hard as you do. So it is really right now the time to work on your finances, to learn to work on your finances, really learn the art of financial planning, learn the art of building an investment portfolio, learn the art of selecting good quality investments. I think right now is the right time. A lot of us, I've personally skilled up in so many things in this lockdown. So I think it is time for you also to go beyond guilt, shame, blame. Yeah, really go beyond all that negativity which sometimes really engrosses us, and really move towards building this new financial future for you. I mean, pandemic, post pandemic, life will be very different, right? We all can foresee it. Already we are living very different lives, and post pandemic, it's going to be a very different life. And with this different life, would you want to boast at that time with absolute privilege and pride that, hey, in that time I skilled up in my finances and today I am saving and investing like never before? Maybe you want to look at what you want to be saying to yourself post this lockdown time and really work from there. My invitation to each one will be skill up. You can skill up at Women on Wealth. We have absolutely the comprehensive courses for you, or you can skill up by yourself or at any other platform. The intention is to get going and push for your financial progress. Time for you guys to share. What are you taking away? All of you who are listening, please start typing. Ramya, hi, welcome. I'm glad you joined and you acknowledged your presence. Okay, what are you guys taking away? Please start typing. I've answered some two very important questions today. One was on romance and money, another one on businesses and finances. So start typing. What are you taking away? Quick one-liners will do. Okay, Vani, you're taking away. Upskilling can be a game changer anytime, my friend. Anytime. Anytime I upskilled, I only expressed gratitude to my mentors. Yeah. Nothing like really skilling up. Lavita, you've started money conversations with your husband. I am proud of you, Lavita. Proud of you. And do keep sharing with me. You are our money gymmer. So do keep sharing with me how it was, where you guys have scaled up your relationship, what's happening. I think this is one of the difficult areas for couples. So yeah, I'm blessing you with all the breakthroughs in your relationship and money. Okay, Vani? Yes, pent-up demand will open the doors. Absolutely, it's going to open the doors for many of us. Many of us. Got it? Anybody else? Anything else that you're taking away? You want to share it? Oh, love it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Absolute privilege. And love that flower too, that rose that you've sent in. Got that? Anybody else? Anything else? Any question? Any takeaway? Okay. Then I am closing for today. Thank you so much for joining in the Ask Me Anything series. Keep coming back. Keep sending your questions and I love to answer them. Note that it is my absolute privilege answering them. So keep sending them in. Loads of love. Take charge. Have a happy weekend ahead. Bye-bye.